Quest Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of Night Shroud by Steve Hicks and Justin Herzog, narrated by Jaimi Barbakoff. A Wordless Sacrifice, April 14th, 23:49 hours. Walter Crozier had never felt so close to death. Not the year a bellyful of whiskey had carried his Bentley over the side of Mount Washington and forced him to remain abed for months, besieged by doctors shuffling in and out of his hospital room, clutching x-rays and downcast eyes. Not the year before that, when some penniless fool who'd gambled away his entire life savings had broken into his home in search of vengeance. Not even when the avant-garde board of directors decided they'd grown tired of his antics and hired a sex worker to orchestrate his demise. The memory of that last one brought a smile to his face. He'd had his fun, then held her down and forced her to drink the very scotch she'd laced before making his escape. The company had nearly imploded once news of his survival leaked out, but he'd held it together by sheer force of will. A matching bottle had been delivered to each board member's home, along with a handwritten note inviting them to attend an emergency meeting the following day to discuss the company's new direction going forward. Even last month, when that backstabbing Jerome and his lickspittle associate had kidnapped him from his office and paraded him naked through the city on that ridiculous float, he'd known somehow that he would escape. He could feel it, deep in his guts. But he didn't feel that way now. The lights of Beacon Hill gleamed low, and the historic brownstones and red brick apartments that enfolded the city's wealthy elite loomed over him, peering down with thoughtless, uncaring eyes. Church bells rang out from across the city, their echo singing softly through the street, wiping the smile from his face as he shivered inside his pea coat. He rounded the corner, and the silk cashmere scarf around his neck tightened involuntarily as the wind, the damnable wind that he both loved and hated, whispered warnings in his ears. He cursed and dug his fingers beneath the fabric, tearing it loose from his neck and hurtling it down to the street. "Let it rot," he thought as he hurried away. It was a fine scarf, a gift from his third ex-wife, and had she passed on from this world, he might have suspected her spirit of attempting to use it to choke the life from him. Alas, she was alive and well, living high off their divorce settlement in upstate New York.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?